Hey guys, I'm Lexia. This is actually my very first YouTube video. I stream on Twitch and primarily use a lot of gimmick-based decks. What I have here is called an OHK Bolvar deck. OHK meaning one hit kill. Although the name is not entirely accurate, it's still possible to get Bolvar to 30 attack if you need to. But it's never necessary if you're playing the game normally. Getting him to 30 is more of a challenge than actually playing the game. Usually if he's at 17 attack, it's probably good enough to win the game. I've gotten him over 30 a lot of times, but I don't think I've deliberately kept the opponent's health at max just to try and do the 30-0 challenge, but you're definitely welcome to do so. You also have to watch out for secrets and armor, obviously. I just decided to call it OHK because when you summon Bolvar and he's powered up and he attacks, it's most likely going to be the last hit of the game. The setup's kind of similar to how combo decks work, and it's not a one-turn kill, because obviously you do need to have Bolvar on the field the turn before so he can attack. I'm going to go over the basic strategy as well as the card choices here. So you want Bolvar in your opening hand. I'd like to hard mull for Bolvar, even though that's not super efficient, especially if you're trying to win the game at later levels. The deck revolves around him, so that's what I like to do. But if you're really trying to win, maybe if you're like at rank 9 or something, then I would definitely probably keep the standard mulligan hand like Knife Juggler and Mini Bot. It also depends on what class you're playing. Yeah, the Paladin has really amazing early game, so you don't necessarily even need to have Bolvar to win the game, especially if they have a bad hand and you get a Knife Juggler and Muster for a battle, then it's a really good opening. I was able to stay around rank 10 with this deck. I shifted between like rank 8 to rank 12. You'll see me playing like rank 18 and 17 players, but that's because the season reset, and during those levels I was actually getting bonus win streak and bonus stars out of it. So I have 6 minions here that can create spare parts. What you want to try and mine for is a spare part called Finicky Cloakfield, which, as you probably know, gives 1 minion stealth for just 1 turn. So I have 2 Clockwork Gnomes, 2 Tinkertown Technicians, and 2 Mechanical Yetis. So all of them can create spare part. Tinkertown Technician, you do need to have a mech on the field, but it's not that big of a deal because getting shielded Minibot in Tinkertown turn 2 and turn 3 is pretty common. You can also combo Clockwork to Tinkertown on turn 4 to activate the Battle Cry. He's also like a 3 mana for a 4/4 with the Battle Cry, so it's a really good stat line. Plus you get the bonus spare part out of it. If you don't get the Cloakfield, it's not the end of the world because you can still get you can still combo him with Loatheb, but Loatheb is like the backup last resort. There's a lot of things that Loatheb doesn't cover, like Fireball, 1 damage attack, Frostbolt, Ice Lance, Aldor, Shadow Word Death. I have Earth Shock. We have like Soul Fire plus whatever Zoo minion attacks. So yeah, Loatheb is definitely like a last resort. It does prevent a lot of popular stuff like Fireball and Ping, Entomb, like power, like buff spells like Power Overwhelming ×2. There's also Inner Rage and Execute, Shield Block, Shield Slam, and Light Bomb. Light Bomb is really really bad for this deck, and Loatheb covers that really well. And even after all that, you still have to watch out for the Iron Beak Owl and Big Game Hunter. Unfortunately, this deck does not have any targets for Big Game Hunter at all. There's no Dr. Boom, so it's probably possible to add Dr. Boom in here, but I like sticking with a low curve deck in this case. As far as Owl, there's not really any Owl targets either, unless he gets desperate and uses Owl on Knife Juggler or maybe even Acolyte of Pain, so you can maybe try and bait out Owl, and if he sees that you're playing like a non-conventional Paladin deck, then he might try and summon Big Game Hunter out. But it just really depends. So you do want to get the Cloakfield, as much as possible. Even then, if you have the Cloakfield, it doesn't cover some stuff. Like, let's see here, you're not safe from Doomsayer and Frost Nova. or Pyromancer inequality, especially in Murloc Paladins. And Light Bomb is probably your biggest threat, just one card that can kill it against a priest. The good thing is that you're able to bait out a lot of those, because this deck doesn't have a lot of problems flooding the board. So you can definitely flood the board, and hopefully he uses Doomsayer, Pyromancer, Light Bomb. So the other card choices in here, we have Noble Sacrifice. Really amazing with Knife Juggler early game, because it prevents your Knife Juggler from dying, and you can also get one extra ping with the knife. It also works well with Bolvar, because you do get one attack from the get down guy when he dies. Redemption, really amazing with the deck. It works with Clockwork Gnome, so you can try and get another spare part. You can get Haunted Creeper, one Haunted Creeper and one Redemption. It's gonna get Bolvar 6 attack if you have him in your hand. Obviously good for Knife Juggler, as well as Shielded Minibot and Sludge Belcher as well. We have Equality here as well. Equality and Consecration for the combo. So you kind of, if you start getting flooded, this is definitely a good idea to do it. It also gets around a lot of high taunt minions, except maybe like Sludge Belcher. But a lot of the times I didn't really have any problems taking care of the slime that from the Belcher's Battle Cry. Knife Juggler, obviously really good with Paladin. It works a lot. It works well with Muster for Battle, Haunted Creeper. Shielded Minibot isn't particularly like synergizing with Bolvar, but it's still really amazing because you do need it for Tinkertown a lot of times. And it's also really good when he gets Redemption. You also want to use Redemption tactically. You don't want to use like Redemption when you have Muster for Battle minions out or other 1/1s on the field. Acolyte of Pain, it kind of is anti-synergy with Divine Favor as well, but it still works. You just have to play Acolyte of Pain and hopefully he doesn't attack, then play Divine Favor and attack with Acolyte of Pain or something like that. I tried using Solemn Vigil, but I actually like Divine Favor better. As long as you get 2 cards from Divine Favor, then it gets the value. I only have 1 True Silver Champion in here because I thought that running 6 4-mana cards were too much, and I didn't feel like I needed it that much. I have Mechanical Yeti in here as well. I used to have Piloted Shredder, but I really wanted to get as much spare parts as I can. Without Mechanical Yeti, you only have 4 creatures that can create spare parts, and I didn't feel that was enough. But you can definitely try using Piloted Shredder. Piloted Shredder also have bonus synergy with Bolvar because he leaves a minion. Now I have Blessed Champion in here. So you want to get Bolvar, use Cloak Field, and then next turn use Blessed Champion. So even if you get Bolvar to 15, Blessed Champion is going to make him 30 attack minion. And Sludge Belcher, it's a good defense card, and again it also works really well with Redemption. And he also has a little bit of a synergy with Bolvar because he does leave a slime. So if you guys like this video, please subscribe or to my channel, or follow me on Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter. I don't really have any followers right now, so any follow would definitely help me out a lot. And comment down below what types of Gimmick decks you guys want to see. Like if you guys have like any cards that don't see play and you want me to make like a deck based out of that card, just let me know. Or if you have any modifications or suggestion with this deck for other people to see, then definitely post that as well. So if you have any like suggestions or ideas with the deck, or even questions with the deck on how to play or something like that, then feel free to ask. If you guys have any suggestions on the videos, like if you guys would prefer to see full matches or just highlights, let me know as well. Again, this is my first video. I also had a radio playing in the background, so for this video I'm probably gonna have music playing to avoid the copyright stuff from the radio that was playing. I tried to get footage from all the classes here. I didn't get any Shaman or Rogue ones because they're kind of rare matchups. And Druid, I won a few Druid matches, but I didn't use Bolvar, so I didn't really include it. Anyway, thanks for watching and have a great day. bye.